South Africa's current account deficit widened to 6.4% of GDP in the second quarter, the largest deficit since 2008. This deficit was driven by a buoyant local economic activity, which increased import demand.
Well, the current account deficit widened to 6.4% of GDP, which is not a startlingly high number, but much higher than the previous numbers for quite a couple of quarters. I think it has to do with a stronger domestic economy, so the stronger domestic expenditure and the fixed capital formation drive, because there's lots of imported equipment included in that capital expenditure. That can be seen as actually a sign of strength as fixed capital formation is continuing.
Investment inflows into the financial accounts is one tool that the South African Reserve Bank will use to finance this deficit.
I think it's quite important that we finance the current account deficits appropriately, and that happened again in the second quarter. We found the capital coming from all kinds of capital, direct investment, portfolio investment, other investments. They were all positive for the second quarter. More importantly, perhaps, that we have a flexible exchange rate regime. So whether the current account or the financial account get into deficit or into some kind of trouble, there's always the exchange rate to adjust and to equilibrate the balances in such a way that the balance of payments is sustainable.
Although South Africa's economic activity expanded 3.2% in the second quarter, there was a notable decline in export volumes due to dampened demand from Europe. And until the uncertainty around the euro's future is resolved, South Africa remains susceptible to global economic headwinds. Tumisho, Maganyele, Johannesburg.